Good morning. So today we're going to summarize the article that I picked for my scavenger hunt, The Immunization Myth Debunked. Now, I talked a little bit about this in my literature review. I did a little bit of a summary in that, but I'm going to go more in depth with this particular summary, I guess. So this article was written by Michelle Rakame, and the whole premise of this thing was the fear of children getting autism from vaccinations. Now, as a mom-to-be, I can understand that this was a big fear because, you don't want your child to have autism. It's a scary disorder. So as a mom-to-be, I can kind of relate, I guess, to why people were so afraid. So the biggest thing that she points out is that these people were only receiving information from the media. Now that's a problem because it's not that they're not credible, but if you look up information, if you talk to healthcare professionals, you're going to have a better understanding of the disease. You're going to have a better understanding of the vaccination, and you're going to be a more credible person because you looked at more information. So the whole idea behind this article is the fear, like I said. So people were thinking that autism was caused by a vaccination. So, and the specific vaccination was the measles, mumps, and rubella vaccination, which is actually just one shot. It's all together. Now, they claimed that it affected the central nervous system and the brain. So it's really scary if you think about it, if that's really what's happening. So once this was kind of put out there, this was in the UK. Once that was put out there, there was many studies done and research just to, see what's going on. And they really couldn't find a connection between the two. However, the media, of course, as always, they put it out there like this big thing was happening, this horrible thing was happening. So at that point, there was many unvaccinated individuals, and those people were at higher risk. So much so that over 200,000 people in the world die of measles, which is totally preventable because measles, we have a vaccination for that. Nobody should die from measles anymore. And so her biggest claim was that prevention starts with a vaccination. Now, we'll never kill it completely because it's a virus, it's going to live. But if we're vaccinated, it's going to be dormant and it's not going to cause an outbreak. So, like I said, children in the UK were being diagnosed with autism. And so the people are thinking, oh, so what just happened that made them have this, why do they have autism all of a sudden? And the only connection they could make was this vaccination that they were getting as a child. And so at that point, vaccination rates plummeted, which makes perfect sense. You go on the news and you see this and you're like, oh, no, my kid's not getting that vaccination. I don't want my kid to have autism. So it makes sense. And so after that was going on, they had research for autism. And the autism research proved that the autism spectrum disorder is genetic. So it's interesting because they try to make this correlation and it's not there, but still people were afraid because of the media. So obviously the consequences, according to Rakame, was there is an outbreak of the measles. The worst case was in 2006 when 98% of people in the United States that had it were not vaccinated. So, that's almost 100%. So obviously you need to be vaccinated for the measles. Clearly from that evidence there. And so these outbreaks were happening. And so her solution is to just have more educated healthcare professionals and have them able, to talk to people, give them more information than just what the media is telling you. Because while the media, can be a good source of information, it's not the only source. These healthcare professionals, pamphlets, classes, anything to get these people to realize that, vaccinations are important for these kids. So like I said, as a mom-to-be, this article was kind of touched base a little bit because it's such a controversial topic and you don't really know what's the right thing to do. So you got to kind of make your own decision. But anyway, so that's my summary and I hope you enjoyed it.